Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Mark Lindholm from Natural Health Family Chiropractic, and I want to welcome you to our video series this month, Coping in a Stress-Filled World. I believe it's so important to cover this topic because I think learning how to manage or how to cope with stress is such an important skill for patients or for everyone to learn to really get the most out of life, to have a higher quality of life and better health. Certainly stress has a huge effect on our health. And really, I think it's important to look a little bit at what stress really is. Stress isn't always bad. As a matter of fact, scientifically we talk about two types of stress. Eustress, which is positive stress. And really these are things that make life exciting. You know, think of being on a roller coaster and coming over that first big hill and dropping down. It's stressful, but that's what makes it fun, makes it interesting. So much of what makes life interesting is actually stress. And from a productivity standpoint, stress or the stress of a deadline, for a student, the stress of a test or an exam, actually is beneficial and actually aids in learning, or for an employee can aid in productivity. But most people don't think of that kind of stress when they think of stress. What they're thinking of is distress. And this is the kind of stress that either is eustress that's at such a high level that it becomes negative, or just something that is inherently has a negative effect on your body. And really, I think the important thing is to look at, well, what does this kind of stress really do to your body physiologically? Why is it bad for you? Why is it detrimental to our health? And there's a couple things to look at. The most basic thing is that what stress really is in our body is what's called a fight or flight response. It changes our physiology from our normal physiology of health and healing and regulating to this defense or attack mode. And that's really what stress, what this fight or flight response and stress response is in our body. And an important thing for people to understand is that you cannot possibly be in a healing and optimal health mode and also be in this fight or flight mode. They're mutually exclusive. So one is to allow your body to survive, the other is to allow your body to thrive. And my goal for my patients at Natural Health Family Chiropractic is definitely to have them thriving. And I'm going to cover 4 different skills that you can learn, or 4 different ways to help you to cope with stress. First, we're going to talk about chiropractic, about the chiropractic adjustment and what that does to your stress levels, how that can benefit you. We're going to talk about exercise. There's a ton of research that shows that exercise is a great way to combat stress. We're going to talk about nutritional approaches, things that you need to do nutritionally if you're under an immense amount of stress or to prevent stress problems. And then lastly, we're going to actually talk about some stress reduction techniques, some relaxation techniques, some meditation techniques that can help you to reset your from that fight or flight mode back to that thriving physiology. So how exactly does chiropractic care or chiropractic adjustment help somebody when they're under stress? Well, it's really basic physiology. Stress is perceived, or we perceive our world through our nervous system. A lot of people think of seeing a chiropractor just for neck pain or back pain. And I always tell patients that getting rid of neck pain or back pain or headaches is really a beneficial side effect of getting the nervous system functioning better. When we adjust someone's spine, our goal is to remove nerve interference and allow that nervous system to function more correctly. Allow that homeostasis that happens in a normal, thriving body to work optimally. Subluxations or misalignments in the spine affect that normal nerve flow from the brain to the body and the body back to the brain again, which is the way everybody's body works. And so what we find basically is when we adjust somebody, it resets that nervous system, removes nerve interference, and actually has a relaxing effect on the nervous system. And this has been shown by a number of chiropractic studies. Even not only when we look at people just with stress, but when we look at people that are suffering from depression and anxiety, there's been a number of studies that have shown significant improvement or dramatic improvement in patients when they're under chiropractic care and we're removing subluxations or removing nerve interference from their spine. In my own practice, I've been in practice for over 20 years, and I've had countless patients that have found that one of the first things they notice when we start adjusting them is that they feel more relaxed, they sleep better, they cope better with stress. We've had a number of patients that have even improved to the point where they've been able to discontinue medications through the help of their medical doctor or through the advice of the medical doctor as we start improving the function of the nervous system and reset their body from that fight or flight mode back to a normal physiology of thriving. So the take-home message is that you should be seeing a chiropractor and getting adjusted regularly. to allow your body to not only be healthier, but also to thrive in a stress-filled world. Because the reality is that we really do live in a stress-filled world. And so this is a great tool that you can use to get more out of life. So I want to thank you for watching today. Again, I'm Dr. Mark Lindholm, and please tune in for the other segments of this on the same topic. We're going to be talking about exercise and nutrition and stress reduction techniques in the future segments. Thank you.